Assalamualaikum and good evening. His Royal Highness the Sultan of Pahang, Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah and Her Royal Highness the Tengku Ampuan of Pahang, Tunku Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandaria Almarhum Sultan Iskandar Al-Hajj ended their 4-day official visit in Kuching since arriving in Sarawak last Friday. Their arrival at around 11 a.m. at the Kuching International Airport KIA was welcomed by Sarawak Premier Dato' Panigi Tan Sri Dr. Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Apang Openg and other dignitaries. The royal couple departed for Kuantan Air Base at around 11:35 a.m. Throughout the 4 days, the Sultan of Pahang and Tengku Ampuan Pahang saw various handicrafts and enjoyed the unique cultural diversity in Sarawak in an effort to strengthen cooperation in the craft industry, tourism and cultural heritage conservation sectors. Their visit, which began with the Sarawak-Pahang Friendship Dinner, aimed to further strengthen the good relations between the two states that have been closely intertwined for a long time. The Sultan of Pahang and Tengku Ampuan of Pahang also visited Seri Gedong Songket on Saturday to see for themselves the process of weaving Sarawak Songket, which is increasingly popular in Peninsular Malaysia. This was continued with the visit of Tengku Ampuan of Pahang, who graced the Puncak Borneo prison, where Her Royal Highness praised the quality of the prospective songket weaving, while also agreeing to create a special songket motif pattern that combines elements of Pahang and Sarawak motifs, becoming a symbol of unification of the handicraft arts of the two states. In the evening, the royal couple of Pahang also officiated the Sarawak Gendang Festival 2025 to witness a bermukun competition and various cultural performances featuring the unique traditional arts of the Sarawak and Pahang communities. On Sunday morning, the Sultan of Pahang and Tengku Ampuan of Pahang then visited the Sarawak Cultural Village and witnessed the unique culture and heritage of the various races in Sarawak by visiting 4 main ethnic houses, namely Baruk Bidayo, Rumah Panjang Iban, Pondok Penan and Rumah Panjang Orang Ulu, where each location featured traditional cultural activities of their respective communities. Their Majesties also attended a theatre performance of Rentap Battle of Bukit Sadok, which tells the story of the famous Iban warrior Rentap in his struggle against the British colonialists in the 19th century. In the afternoon, the Sultan of Pahang and Tengku Ampuan Pahang attended the Sarawak Regatta closing ceremony, where they attended the final race of the regatta and also presented prizes to the winners. Their Majesties then attended the Sarawak Borneo Craft Festival 2025, which was held in conjunction with the Sarawak Regatta 2025 to observe the handicrafts being sold there. Graduates of University Malaysia Sarawak UNIMAS are called upon to become ambassadors of knowledge using what they have learned to benefit society and contribute to the development of both the state and the nation. Sarawak Governor and Chancellor of UNIMAS Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar emphasized that knowledge is not merely a symbol of achievement, but a trust and a great responsibility that must be applied with sincerity and integrity.
Saya yakin bahawa kejayaan ini bukan datang dengan mudah. Ia terhasil daripada usaha yang gigih, ketekunan tanpa jemu, dan semangat pantang menyerah yang telah anda semua tunjukkan sepanjang pengajian di universiti yang kita cintai ini. Namun begitu, ingatlah bahawa kejayaan ini juga adalah kejayaan bersama milik ibu bapa, keluarga serta insan tersayang yang menjadi sumber kekuatan di sebalik setiap langkah anda.
He said this during the first session of UNIMAS 29th convocation ceremony held here on Monday. At the same time, he stressed that the success of a university is not only measured by its research and publications, but also the tangible impact it has on the well-being of the community and the development of the state.
Melalui aspirasi Community-Driven University for a Sustainable Future, UNIMAS terus membuktikan bahawa kejayaan akademik tidak hanya diukur semata-mata melalui penerbitan, penyelidikan dan bilangan graduan, tetapi melalui impak yang nyata terhadap kesejahteraan komuniti dan pembangunan negeri.
Tun Peng Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi also expressed his pride in UNIMAS's initiative to establish a faculty of law, which he sees as crucial in producing legal professionals who not only understand the law technically, but are also grounded in humanitarian values and social justice. In addition, he commended the establishment of the Sarawak History Research Chair, which he said plays an important role in strengthening the state's identity through the documentation and empowerment of local history so that it is not forgotten by future generations. Also present at the ceremony were Tuan Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi, Chairman of the UNIMAS Board of Directors, Tan Sri Datuk Sri Panglima Sulong Majrai, and UNIMAS Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Hatta Rasid. The development of education and human capital is not merely a social agenda, but the very heartbeat that will determine how far Sarawak can progress as a developed, resilient and prosperous state by 2030. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg said that the true progress of a state is not measured only by economic growth, but by how knowledgeable, skilled and prepared its people are to face future challenges. He said this in a speech delivered on his behalf by the Minister of Education, Innovation and Talent Development, Dr. Sri Roland Sagah Wee In, at the 27th Sarawak Skills Convocation Ceremony held at the Borneo Convention Centre Kuching, BCCK on Monday.
Kerajaan negeri meletakkan pendidikan dan pembangunan modal insan sebagai teras utama dalam strategi pembangunan pasca COVID-19 Sarawak ataupun PCDS 2030. Melalui strategi ini, kita berhasrat untuk melahirkan generasi Sarawak yang bukan sahaja cemerlang dalam bidang akademik, tetapi juga mampu mencipta nilai baru, menjadi pengeraju dalam teknologi, keusahawanan, tenaga hijau, serta ekonomi digital. Inilah generasi yang akan membawa Sarawak ke arah kemakmuran dan daya tahan jangka panjang.
Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Zohari stressed that in order to realize the post-COVID-19 development strategy PCDS 2030, the state government continues to strengthen infrastructure development and increase strategic investments to expand economic activities while providing more employment and business opportunities for the people across the state. He explained that under PCDS 2030, education and human capital development are among the most crucial enablers in ensuring the success of the state's transformation. The Premier also emphasized that technical and vocational education and training, TVET, is a key focus in producing a highly skilled, productive and competitive workforce capable of meeting the needs of the state's future industries. He added that Sarawak is actively strengthening the TVET ecosystem through technical training centres such as Sarawak Skills, along with collaborations with industries in energy, engineering, digital technology, food security and modern agriculture. The convocation ceremony celebrated a total of 631 graduates, comprising 477 recipients of the Malaysian Skills Certificate, SKM, 122 graduates of the Malaysian Skills Diploma, DKM, and 32 graduates from combined SKM and DKM programs through the accreditation of Prior Achievement, PPT. During the same event, a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, was signed between Sarawak Skills and Perusahaan Otomobil Kedua Sdn Bhd, Pro2, to establish cooperation in human capital development and real industrial training. As a symbolic gesture, Pro2 presented a replica car key to Sarawak Skills for student training purposes in the automotive field. Meanwhile, the Sarawak Regatta 2025 wrapped up with roaring cheers and a festive roar along the Kuching waterfront, when Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg made a surprise appearance on a jet ski, thrilling thousands of spectators on the final day of the iconic water festival. Gliding confidently across the Sarawak River, the Premier drew thunderous applause as crowds packed shoulder to shoulder along the riverbanks, eager to witness the culmination of Sarawak's most anticipated traditional boat races. The crowd's cheers intensified as he passed the VIP stage, waving with ease in a scene that quickly became the highlight of the evening. The excitement was further elevated with the presence of His Royal Highness the Sultan of Pahang, Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah, and Her Royal Highness Tengku Ampuan Pahang, Tunku Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandaria, who graced the event and joined the applause from the grandstand. Adding to the grandeur, Sarawak Governor Tuan Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and Toh Puan Dato' Patinggi Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi were also seen observing the climax of the regatta, particularly the intense showdown between 16 Perahu Bida paddlers battling for the prestigious Raja Sungai crown. Beyond the spectacle, the Premier's spirited participation served as a charming reminder of leadership grounded in community, celebrating Sarawak's heritage while reinforcing the regatta's role as a platform of unity and cultural pride across diverse ethnic lines. The phrase Sarawakians live on trees, which was once used to describe the life of the people of this state, has now become history because Sarawak has progressed significantly. Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg said, as the world today moves rapidly towards digitalization and environmental sustainability, Sarawak has led the way and adapted its economy with regard to innovation and the latest technology, putting this region on the world map. He said this in a text of speech read by Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Professor Dr. Sim Kui Hian at the Sarawak Manufacturers Association SMA 2025 Awards dinner at the leading hotel here on Sunday.
We are leveraging our strengths that are from renewable energy and digital innovation to natural resources and skilled human capitals that can be used to position Sarawak as a regional leader in clean industry, green technology, and advanced manufacturing. In due time, Sarawak will be a regional powerhouse, not only in Malaysia but in Southeast Asia and beyond.
Apart from the government's efforts, Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari stressed that industry players such as manufacturers, producers, and entrepreneurs play a key role in the transformation towards Sarawak's sustainable progress in the future.
Your efforts to adopt modern technology, enhance productivities, and expand into global markets will be key to driving growth and ensuring Sarawak place in the international economy. The Sarawak government remains steadfast in supporting this growth through sound policies, infrastructure investment, and a conducive business environment that encourage innovations and partnerships.
And that's the English edition with me, Didi Nursyafiqah. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. To conclude the UKAS Bulletin, we wrap up with the departure of His Royal Highness the Sultan of Pahang and Her Royal Highness the Tengku Ampuan of Pahang from Kuching on Monday. #Salam Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.